Hello everyone, welcome back to a little notation work here. I put up one video already on doing a little notation work. I've since completed that part of the job, which was preparing the score. I've then extracted the parts today, and now we're going to work on individual parts, getting those ready to go. And what I'll do after I get all the parts done, I'll put the score and the parts all in the same book on lulu.com for purchase, or I'll purchase a few and send them out to my favorite orchestras. And yeah, so let's see what it's like to prepare the parts for our second viola. And it's a little bit different than my Macintosh. Like I said, I've been doing the finale in the Macintosh for like 20 years, but my Macintosh died, and I had to get a replacement Mac, but it was a later version. It was like what do you call them, G5 Mac. And the Finale 2007 didn't like my OS 10 operating software. It only liked to be loaded into the OS 9 software. Now it would operate in the OS 10. It just you couldn't put the disks in the machine and actually load the program and fire the program up for the first time in the OS 10. It liked to be loaded onto the machine with the OS 9 operating system. But anyway, let's figure out what to do here. Like I said, it's a little bit different than the Mac, and there's parts that I can't figure out, but we'll get to that when we do it here. So let's just start out and see what we can do. Now offhand, you already see the thing has extracted the entire part onto one 8.5 by 11 page, and the size of the music is way too small. So what I tried at first was increasing the page size from 46% all the way up to 100, but that is a little bit too big, so I think 94 is what we're going to work with. Let's see if that works. Oh, look at this. Maybe if I do it just a tad bit smaller, I can condense this down to a 3-page deal instead of 3 pages and what was it? 3 pages and 3 lines here. So let's see if we can do that. On the other things, I'd already worked on the cello and the viola, and on those, when I put it at 94, it gave me about 4 pages. On the Mac, I was actually using the a little thing in my page tool to define the space between these staves. It's this thing I was using in the Mac, and for whatever reason I can't figure out how to work it in this particular program, or what I was doing in my Mac affords a different result than what I'm doing here when inputting the self-same values as on the Mac. So I've had to scrap this way of fitting the staves onto the page in this Windows version. Let's see, but anyway, let's go back to what we were doing. Oh yeah, percentage thing here, and we're going to try to shrink this down to where we can fit all the music onto 3 pages. So that shrank it to where there's only 2 staves there. Let's try maybe 90%. See what that does. Didn't seem to do anything. Pages 1 through end of piece. So yeah, it is working on all of them. So let's see. There we go. Now we're at the 3-page mark. So okay, it's looking a little bit better. Let's see if we can push that guy up to 89% and have 3 pages still. Let's see. Okay, so that's probably as good as we're going to get. Like I said, in my other program, it would allow me to space the individual spaces between these guys so I could fit the music a little bit better to the page. But for whatever reason, it's not letting me do that on this Windows version. So we're going to make do. Unfortunately, where I could fit the music on 3 pages for this violin part, but for the viola and the cello, I had to push it out to 4 pages, and there's a little bit too much space between the staves doing it with 4 pages, but it was either that or get the music a little bit too small for the player to read on the page or in the stand. So we just have to compromise a little bit. 3 pages, it'll probably fit on a stand pretty good. I'm not sure how well 4 pages would do that. So it is what it is. But what can you do? When you explode this music up to a higher percentage of what it was, then you have to rework the text parts. So we're going to try to size that, maybe 18, maybe 24. That's pretty good. Maybe we'll do this with 18. Maybe it already was 18. And then we gotta place these guys inward so there's plenty of space up in here and up in here, so when we make our Lulu books, there's nothing getting chopped off. Like Lulu chops so much off at the tops and on the sides, and I guess on the bottoms as well. So let's fix this. Maybe 14's good. Yeah, that'll work. And let's see what else we need to do. Okay, so we need to fix the margins. So let's go to view, get some ruler action going, and this will be the first page. This will be a right-sided page in the book, I believe. Yeah, right-sided page. So in that case, move our margins in a little bit, so just to deal with the fold of the book, you have a little bit more space to deal with, so the staves aren't disappearing into the what do you call it, spine of the book, or whatever the inside of the spine would be called in a book. A crease, maybe? I don't know. And so we're going to do that for the odd pages, and for the even pages, which will be on the left side of the book, we'll just move it in a little bit on the opposite side for them, and then what we should see is this and this kind of move back and forth as we move between odd and even pages. That works. And then we're going to make our text a little bit better so people can figure out what a V2 is. And let's see, what else do we need to do? I guess we should just start working on all the little ancillary things like the measure letters and stuff. So let's do that. Let's move our tempo markup so it can be seen. Looks like A got in the right place. B, let's move him over there a bit. And let's see. Where's our C? Our C's right here. This crescendo marking's a little bit low, so let's move him up. Maybe right there. And let's see. D sitting over a 3 of our triplet. And let's see, where's E at? E's down here. There we go. A little bit tight in here, but not too bad. It's better to be a little tight than constantly having to shuffle through pages. M worked out pretty good. L's a little bit high. I'm not sure of that. I think this may go with a different, it may be part of the violin 1 part that got stuck on the violin 2 part. So let's just get rid of that. And let's see, our K is hanging out kind of in the middle of the measure. Let's get him back to this, to the front of the measure. This we don't really need a tempo marking. I'll just leave it there. It's fine. I think I left it on all the others. Oh, excuse me. Okay, got the H going. It's a little less crowded on this page. Let's see. There's a little 3 that's touching a staccato mark. Should we fix that? It's something I usually wouldn't fix, but since I saw it, we'll fix it. There we go. Okay, so that's page 2. And then let's see what we have for us on page 3. I see the number markings are a bit big, so let's see if we can take those down. And then there's our N, accelerando, right there. That looks like the O made it to the right place. Legato, maybe I'll put that right there to give this guy a little bit of room. Let's see. Our little comma made it pretty good. P here. Looks like our double forte piano marking and its subsequent hairpin marking may need a little work. Let's see. Doesn't oh, I see. It's because I'm still on voice 2 there. There we go. So a little subito pullback, and then crescendo into whatever that is, whatever section P of the score is. Okay, what else? Maybe the R. Okay. Okay, and the S. Put him over there. Everything else looks fairly decent. So let's see. Do like a final scroll through here, see if we see anything odd. Maybe this little text is a tad bit high on there. Might get up, might get chopped or close to the chopping block for when they make the books. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Does anybody see anything weird? Oh. Yeah, that's fine. I was going to say my little copyright thing was a little big, but I think it's okay. This little thing, it's a rallentando. It's supposed to go back into an A tempo here, and then rall again right here. But I guess the conductor will figure it out. It's kind of an odd 5/4 thing where you really need a rallentando to emphasize these notes to make the 5/4 legitimate, or make the performance of the 5/4 measure legitimate. I think I was thinking of Gerald Finzi tune on his 5 Shakespeare songs when I formulated this little thing. Of course, that was back in, I don't know, when each one of these is a different theme, or 3 different themes or dances, and it's kind of stuff I'd put together that I'd written at different points back in like between 2005 and 2007. So I don't recall exactly what the Finzi thing is. I just remember that was inspired by some type of Finzi type thing in one of those Shakespeare songs. It's odd how you like your memories get encoded in certain parts of music. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, because then you sometimes have a negative memory that's encoded into a piece of music, or a certain measure. It reminds you of what you were thinking at the time when you were actually writing the piece. And like I said, this is more than 10 years ago since I actually wrote the music. I reorchestrated it in 2017, or January 2017. But you just get stuck with little memories that get stuck encoded in the music. Okay, well this looks good to me, so I guess I'll stop the video now. That gives you an idea of what I have to do, and I have to keep doing this for all the different parts, so it's going to take me a while. So I'm going to stop the video and then maybe make some more parts here. Alrighty.